Good evening, virtual Emcee Thamizharasan here from Chennai Event Emcees, entertainers and professionals, Event Emcee, Emcee trainer, Emcee manager, and the founder of the above brands. In this video, I'm going to talk about how we handle experienced people when they approach us for Emcee training. I can say this is a continuation live for the video what I shot yesterday. Yesterday, I spoke about how do we handle the interns or the internal team from an organization who ask us to train them for a particular project so that they can host that event. So that's what I shared over there, and what are the modules we cover and what are the details we would need from them so that we get to know about them. Accordingly, we can create a module for them. Even though we have a ready-made module, once we talk to them, once we get to know about them, we create a customized module for them so that they can use it faster, because there is always difference between freshers and also the experienced people. That's the reason when I spoke yesterday, I said that we would like to know more about them. The reason is a lot of them may have good experience, so accordingly we can skip some of the modules so that we can straight away jump into what exactly they need. So in this video, I'm going to share this because after watching that video, a lot of my friends, they asked me like, how do you handle the experienced people? Because they may already be knowing something. So I'm going to answer those things in this. Usually, we don't train experienced people. Normally, when experienced people approach us commercially, they don't come for the training. Rather, they come for the opportunity. It's in the event industry. But when it comes for organization, where the organization asks us to train the internal team, it's not for opportunity, because they are not going to be professional Emcees doing commercial events outside. Rather, they want them to host this particular event. For example, it may be a panel discussion, it may be a conference, conclave, or it can be the annual day of the company. So it's going to be one-off event. Even though the skills, what they learn, they can use it multiple times for all other events, but actually they send their employees or the interns or the trainees or whoever it is, they send them to us just for one-off event. Let's take a conference as an example. So now the people who come to us, like it may be one MC or two MCs, 3, 4 or 5, whatever it is, when they come to us, first thing what we get is their profile, like what sort of employee they are and what is their educational background, what sort of events they have hosted already, or they have been in any extracurricular activities. Once we get to know all these things, then we create the module. And now what I'm going to tell, whatever their level, whether they may be good at communication, they may be good at handling the crowd, they would have already done events, hosting the events for thousands of audience. But the thing is, when you come into the event industry, like professionals like us, we do a lot of research, myself and Nandhini. And after doing research for the last 10 years, I have arrived at around 50 to 80 genres of events. For example, when we say events, most of the MCs, they think about birthday party, wedding, corporate team outing, conference. Beyond this, if you ask what are the type of events available, most of the MCs or even sometimes event managers wouldn't be able to answer you. Even though they would have done that, or even though they know that, but no one has the ready-made answer. They think that event is all about birthday, wedding, corporate events. That's it. They don't beyond that. But if you ask me, or if you ask Nandhini or my team members, we'll give in written, we have more than 50 to 80, like 50 main genres and 30 additional genres as well. But if you ask me orally, I would say like birthday party, wedding, sangeet, engagement, get together, puberty function, and a corporate conference, corporate conclave, team outing, annual day, anniversary events, retirement party, and road shows, mall activity, promotions, NGO activities, charitable activities, charity trust activities. Likewise, we can keep a book launches and a product launch, dealers meet. Likewise, I can just list it out, and probably maybe I can share that list also after this live. I'll put it as the comment. What are the, when you ask, maybe I can leave it as a comment. So these many types of events are there. And now the thing is, like every event is unique, and most of the events, like I can't say every event, some of the events may have the same event flow, but almost all the events would have a separate event flow. For example, when you say a birthday party, where the birthday party, it's a combination of two things. One is announcements and also the audience engagement. And when I say conference, it's completely announcement. And when I say team outing, it's going to be completely audience engagement. Let me explain that in better terms. So according to me, there are three types of events. One is announcement based, second one is audience engagement based, third one is a hybrid of these two, where you need to mix both. For example, let's take a conference event where you need not engage the audience, you need not conduct fun activities for them 90% of the case. Some 10% of the games MC may be asked to engage the audience to bring in the energy, but mainly when you say a conference event, or the major role of the MC is to give the announcement, start the event, do some icebreaker if at all needed. If not, straight away get into the formal agenda and then introduce the speakers. And then it goes on until the vote of thanks. So where MC can be just on the stage and just host the event, there is no audience engagement needed. Only the announcements and inviting the speakers, thanking the speakers. This is one method. And second method would be like I can say corporate team outing, where entire team comes for game activities and fun activities, where it doesn't have any event flow at all. There is nothing like you're going to have some speech afterwards, something is going to happen, nothing. For the 2 3 hours completely you are going to conduct games. Maybe you may have some order for the games, but you don't have any event flow. That's completely 2 to 3 hours is going to be game. So it's absolutely audience engagement. You are going to engage the audience, interact with them, engage them, and entertain them. And third part, I mean, the third type would be the birthday party, which is a mixture of both, where you need to give the formal announcement as well, like when the birthday baby is entering, and also about the event flow, like this is the time we are going to have the cake cutting, this is the time we are going to have the dinner. So this is a formal hosting. Along with it, you'll also conduct games for the guest. So it's a mixture of both. So these are the three types I usually classify the event industry. So that one is just the announcement, second one is conducting games and engaging the audience, third one is a mix of both. So, as a professional MC, I know these genres. And again, I've just given the three types. And now when I say birthday party, it has a flow. When I say Sangeet, it has its own flow. When I say conference, it has its own flow. When I say panel discussion, it has its own flow. And again, in panel discussion, how you are going to introduce? You are going to introduce the panelist first and the moderator next, or first the moderator or next the panelist. Likewise, you should know the order of the event. This is what very, very important, which is what we usually train people on. So when an experience, now I'm getting into the topic, when experienced people approach us, or when an organization sends the trainees or their employees for the for us to train them on a particular event, what we do is we don't focus more on the emceeing skills, because they are already MCs or they already have good communication skill. We are not going to correct their modulation. We are not going to correct their smile, their stage presence, all those things, because if at all needed, we may correct it. But as a major thing, I can say that they are already well trained on that, or they're well equipped, or they have the talent over there. All they need to know is the event flow, how you are going to take this event, where it's going to start, how it's going to end. For example, let me give an example. When it comes for a conference event, if you ask me, like for every, as I said, 50 genres of event, for all the 50 genres, I have the event flow. Let me explain it with the conference. For example, if it's going to be physical conference, basically MC takes the stage first, gives the announcement. MC asks the audience to get settled, and we are going to start the event shortly. That is going to be the first thing. Second, MC again gets on the stage and gives a formal announcement. If at all needed, some energizer, and most of the time no energizer. MC gives the announcement and then invite the dignitaries who has come over there, celebrities or dignitaries, chief guest, guest of honor, who it is. MC reads out the name. And then you go for a formal invocation song, or you go for the lamp lighting. These are the basic things which we shouldn't forget in an event. Sometimes the clients may forget, sometimes the event manager may forget. But as a responsible MC, as a responsible event professional, I always ask my client whether do you have the lamp lighting, whether do you have the invocation song, or any devotional song, or any classical dance, welcome dance. So this will be the agenda. Initially, MC introduction, and then you are going to call out the dignitary's name. Sometimes even before that, you will go for the lamp lighting and the invocation song, whatever the song order it may be, and then you will invite the dignitaries, and then you will call the dignitaries onto the stage to honor them, like with a bouquet or with a shawl. And again, you need to keep everyone backstage prepared that who is going to do what, who is going to give bouquet to which dignitary, all those things. And then you will call one of the persons for the welcome note, and he will read out everyone's name, and then you will ask for the keynote address or the presidential address, whatsoever it is, and then you will go for the speaker activity, that is the speeches. You will be calling the speakers one by one. You invite the speaker. Once the speaker completes, you thank the speaker. If possible and if you are allowed, you sum up the speech, because not always MC can sum up the technical speech or whatever it is. MC needs to observe that, and MC needs to deliver it properly for the audience. So sometimes you can sum up the speech, or just thank the speaker and then go to next, who next, and invite the next speaker and get applause from the audience for the speaker. Like you can ask for claps and you can ask the audience to cheer. And this goes, the event goes this way, and finally it goes for a Q&A. If there is a Q&A, MC just initiates it. Sometimes if MC is off the stage, MC can go give the mic to the audience so that it can be more lively. Likewise, that happens. And finally, it goes for the vote of thanks and national anthem. So this is going to be the agenda of a conference. Let me just quickly read out the complete agenda. So MC introduction, and then invocation song, lamp lighting, welcome address, and then honoring the guest, guest speech, maybe guest of honor or presidential speech. And then you start the speech, welcome the speaker, thank the speaker, invite the next speaker, again thank the speaker. In between you get applause for the speakers. Finally Q&A and vote of thanks, and then national anthem. So this is going to be the event flow for a conference, physical conference. And when it comes for a virtual conference, almost the event flow is going to be the same. Sometimes some of the order may be skipped, like some of the agenda may be skipped, like honoring the guests or lamp lighting. However, in the virtual conference, we are trying to do the lamp lighting as well, either through virtual lamp lighting, or we ask the people to light a physical candle, actual candle at their room, so that we consider it as a lamp lighting. Likewise, we give a lot of suggestions. So certain things can be implemented even in the virtual conference, certain things cannot be done, we'll skip it. But generally, you should know this event flow. So this is what we train the experienced people when they come to us for the training. We are not training them on the emceeing skills or the soft skills. Rather, we train them on this event flow. That's the first thing. Second, we help them on the technology based skill. For example, they may be good at Zoom, or they wouldn't have used Zoom. They may be good at offline training. But we have got special training for this online stuff, or whatever the softwares are available. We have been doing a lot of research. We have spent so much of hours, money, and we have learned. So it's easy for us from an MC point of view. It would be easy for me to train them. For example, a lot of people may take technology-wise training, but from an MC point of view, we will know that what are the features we are going to use in Zoom or any of the video conferencing software. So it would be a straight to the point training. Along with it, we'll also teach them the don'ts, because this is very, very important. I would like to highlight something over here. In one of the interviews, I saw MC fantastically highlighted this point. It's for a wedding event. Any MC or any person who is with good communication can host the event. You just give him a script, he or she, you will go read the script and will do a fair job. But a real MC or a good MC's presence is needed where the event is not going in a proper order, or something mess up, or something goes out of the plan. Because most of the time, most of the events, this is how it happens. You would have planned it perfectly well, but you would have planned it perfect, but last minute changes would be there. For example, if there is a panel discussion, sometimes one of the panelists may not come. Sometimes the panelist, he would be sitting with the audience, like he may be with the attendees. Likewise, there could be a lot of changes, last minute changes. There could be a lot of technical and technology wise glitches or changes. So a good MC would be able to adapt to these changes. That's what very, very important. I call it as the spontaneity, presence of mind, and the observation. This is where a good MC can score. Because if you are going to use a normal person who is just good at English or whatever the language, communication is definitely needed for an MC. But that alone is not needed, especially for the online events, because anything may go wrong anytime. So in that case, a good MC would be able to handle it. So as a responsible MC, I train people, even the experienced people, they wouldn't have faced this issue. But in the last 4 months, I was at so many events, I've done so many trial and error. So I know where things go wrong. So upfront, I tell them that these are the places where it may go wrong, so you can be alert. For example, one of the examples, like what happens if my internet connection gets disconnected here? I may be a good MC, I may be the one of the top MCs, but once my internet is gone, I cannot do anything over online. In the case, what we usually do is, we always have second MC or third MC also as the backup, who would be logging at a different place. For example, when we host an event, I'll be logging here, Nandhini will be logging at one place, one of our team members will be logging in. And whenever there is a technology glitch, Nandhini will be updating me, Tamil, there is some break in voice, whatever. So it is likewise, if 2 or 3 people are going to complain about that, then I am sure that there is some problem with my line. So likewise, we keep monitoring it with another person support. If somewhere I get disconnected, immediately Nandhini will take over there. Same way, when we train the other MCs, we train 2 or 3 people for the same agenda. So that if something happens for one of the MC's internet, immediately the next MC can take over. So likewise, we train them, we teach them the do's, we teach them the don'ts, and also we help them on the scripting process. Like I discussed yesterday, most of the MCs, they focus only on the speaker portion. Like if you ask someone who is good at communication, you give the speaker's profile, they'll read really well. They'll read it better than a professional MC as well, I can say. Based on their profession, they would have worked for corporate for several years. They have good English communication. They have good fluency. They may do a better job than some of the MCs. But what happens when they prepare the script, reading the speaker's profile alone is not enough. You need to go with something more, which I've explained in yesterday's video. Like you need to understand about the technology. You should prepare your script based on the technology. You should prepare something to thank the speaker. You should know what's going to happen next. You should know about the entire event. Likewise, in the scripting process also, we help the experienced people. So these are the ways we train people. Just to sum it up, what I have shared in this video, like when people send experienced people to us, like organization or colleges or schools send people to us who are already experienced, who have hosted events, but still we train them. Usually we don't train them on the soft skills or the emceeing skills. Rather, we train them on the technology based skills like operating Zoom, what are the main functionalities they will be needing. And we teach them the do's and don'ts, what may go right, what may go wrong. We teach them the backup procedure. And also, we help them on the event flow, how the event has to be, how the event has to start, how the event has to end, what are the elements that's going to be present between the start and the end. So these are the ways we train people. And if you're an organization or a school or a college, if you like to avail our services to train your team, definitely you can contact us on our mobile number 900-308-7198, alternate number 86102-57395. You can get to know more about us in our website virtualeventmcs.com. You can like our Facebook page Virtual Event MCs to get regular updates about us, and also you can watch our videos in our YouTube channel Virtual Event MCs, and also our other channel Chennai Event MCs. Thank you. Have a great time.